A surprising twist in the Arctic's icy future. Scientists have discovered that the once urgent melting of sea ice has slowed dramatically over the past 2 decades, defying expectations as global temperatures rise. This revelation, reported in a recent study, shows no statistically significant decrease in ice extent since 2005, even as carbon emissions from fossil fuels continue to trap more heat. What's really happening here? Natural shifts in ocean currents are acting like a buffer, temporarily countering the warming trend. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this a sign of hope, or just a temporary pause in an ongoing crisis? The Arctic sea ice has halved in area since satellite observations began in 1979, yet the latest data suggests a temporary reprieve. Researchers warn that while the current slowdown may buy us a few extra years, ice loss is likely to accelerate again, perhaps at twice the long-term rate, within the next 5 to 10 years. This doesn't mean the ice is rebounding. The climate crisis remains unequivocally real, and the urgency to act hasn't changed. The slowdown is likely linked to multi-decadal fluctuations in Atlantic and Pacific ocean currents, which alter the flow of warm water into the Arctic. Even with this temporary relief, the Arctic is still projected to become ice-free by the end of the century. That would have devastating consequences, harming local ecosystems, displacing wildlife, and accelerating global heating by exposing the dark heat-absorbing ocean. Dr. Mark England, lead researcher from the University of Exeter, explains, "It's puzzling that we're talking about a slowdown when debates about global warming's pace are so intense. 10 to 15 years ago, some predicted an ice-free Arctic before 2020. But now, natural variability has largely canceled out the melting. It's a temporary reprieve, not a solution." He adds, when it ends, the outcome won't be good news. The study, published in Geophysical Research Letters, analyzed 2 decades of data, revealing the slowdown across every month of the year. Climate models confirm that after this period, ice loss will likely resume its upward trajectory. Professor Julian Stroeve notes that climate records can stay stable for years due to internal variability, but the long-term trend remains clear. 2.5 square meters of September ice disappear for every ton of CO2 emitted. Meanwhile, Arctic sea ice is also thinning. Since 2010, the average October thickness has declined by 0.6 centimeters annually. And like past temperature pauses, such as the hiatus following the 1998 El Niño, the planet continues to absorb heat, leading to rapid warming afterward. England stresses that the slowdown doesn't weaken the science of climate change. Climate change is real, human-driven, and poses serious threats. The science and urgency remain unchanged. He urges people to understand the slowdown as a fact, not a tool to undermine climate action. So what does this mean for the future? The Arctic's ice is still melting, just at a slower pace now. But as the researchers warn, this temporary pause won't last. The question is, will we be ready when it does?